I see you shiver with anticipation.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Sorry for the mass confusion there, folks, but it is Home Team Sports. It's Tuesday night. I made a Facebook post, Adrian, where it literally said we're not going on till 8. Then I text you guys saying that we're 8. Yeah, we're live.
We told the fifth. Can they see us? Can they see me?
Yeah, they can see.
I brush my face for this. Okay, we're good.
What's up there, Big Chris Vant? What's up? All right, so first things first, I'm gonna let you talk because I got a bunch of banners to type for later on. So, including our NFL picks, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about our fantasy football league, which
I want to hear about these picks. I want to hear about these picks.
You will. Oh, you were 4-0 again, and so was Phil. I was 3-1. I was 3-1. Phil and Harry were also 3-1. But you and I both were 4-0.
So that means
we had the same picks.
So that means,
well, if you want to see, Chris is giving us an update on the Braves. 4-2 Braves in this fifth. We're going to talk we're going to talk baseball. We're waiting for Anthony and Harry to show up because obviously Harry is a Braves fan. He's got an invested interest in the National League Championship Series, and Anthony is our baseball guru. So I'm sure he'll pop on when we'll talk about.
John got robbed,
but we'll not going to stop.
John got robbed.
They did not.
That wasn't full swing.
He did not check a swing.
Exactly. So
we will open up the can of worms. That is Ben Simmons. So I'm listening to WIP. And what do I hear? I hear Ben Simmons is going to have a press conference. So I get excited, not because I give a damn what Ben Simmons has to say, but I also am curious as to what he has to say. I don't give a damn, but I want to hear what he's got to say. Was talking to TJ about it. TJ says, let me know what he says. I said, okay, cool. So I'm waiting. They say maybe 12, maybe 12:30, maybe 1 p.m. Ben Simmons is going to speak to the media.
Okay. All right.
Right after practice.
Yeah.
Then I get a breaking news. Next thing you hear is that Ben Simmons was suspended one game, which is their opener again in New Orleans against the Pelicans tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Suspended for one game because of actions detrimental to the team at practice.
Okay.
And furthermore, there's more details have surfaced since then.
Really?
And the details are this. Doc Rivers went up to him because he wasn't really participating. He was just kind of there. Doc Rivers asked him to do some defensive drills. He refused. So Doc Rivers said, well, then why don't you just go home? And he dropped the basketball and walked out the building. Therefore, the Sixers released a statement saying Ben Simmons is suspended for one game. And their first game is tomorrow night against the Pelicans. And then they have a practice on, I believe, Thursday. So he lost $325,000 for that one game suspension. And so he has to show up at practice. The next thing for him that he has to do is he has to show up for practice on Thursday. What say you, Adrian?
He ain't showing up. He's not showing up. The man doesn't want to be a part of the Sixers. Like, I don't understand why people aren't grasping this. He does not want to play for the 76ers. And I don't think the 76ers want that headache around. The dude is
what would you do? Tired. Say you're the GM. Say you're the GM. Say you're the GM of the Sixers. What do you do with him?
Cut him.
Just pay him the $30 million and tell him to go home?
Cut him.
But then somebody's going to pick him up. Somebody's going to pay him. If
I can't trade him away for anything, I'm cutting him. The dude is a headache. He is a problem. He is a cancer to the locker room, to use the term. Like, what do you gain? Like, what do you gain from still having him on your team? What benefit is there having Ben Simmons still on the team? He doesn't want to practice. He doesn't want to play for the city of Philadelphia, who drafted him, who took a flyer out on this guy, who wanted this guy to be the superstar next to Joel Embiid, and he has consistently dropped the ball. So, what else is there for the organization of Philadelphia, for the city of Philadelphia, and for the fan base of the 76ers to do when it comes to this kid? There's nothing.
I have an answer. First off, I got a shitload of comments to get in. Butterfly says, so he'll quit. He said he didn't want to babysit anyone. Joel Embiid said he don't want to babysit anyone. That's what Joel Embiid said.
Yeah.
He was asked about it, and Joel Embiid said, I'm not here to babysit people.
Exactly.
He's done, but yet no team wants him either. Throw it in a circle, Adrian.
No.
Where is it he wants to go? Well, Charles, he wants to go to Golden State, but Golden State doesn't want this mess. Okay?
No.
So now it's a matter of he just wants out of Philadelphia. Fine. So this is what I think the Sixers should do.
Okay.
The Sixers should pretend, be the ones that, be the bigger of the two in this feud and say, okay, listen, we're not trading you right now because you're not worth the damn. So guess what? We want you playing for us, which means you need to show up at practice or you need to show up to the games where we will insert you when we want to insert you. Okay. Ben, what has been done so far? Ben Simmons will never play another game for the Philadelphia 76ers. So if you know that, if you're the Sixers and he's dead set on never playing another game for the 76ers, if he's dead set on never playing another game for the 76ers, then if you're the Sixers, you insist he shows up and you find him when he doesn't. And you just keep doing that because that's the only way this kid's going to learn. That's the only way this 25-year-old kid who thinks he's the second coming of Kobe Bryant and he's fucking far from it will learn. He's been coddled by Bet Brown. He's been coddled by Morey. He's been coddled by Doc Rivers. He's just like, I'm an angry parent right now. As a 76er fan, I'm an angry parent right now saying this kid's been coddled. He needs to be taught a lesson. So I would make him pay. I'd sit him and pay. Sit him and pay. And if he doesn't show up, fuck him. Then go home. That's fine. But you're going to get fined every time you don't show up to where you're supposed to be. That's
wrong. That kid ain't the second coming of Kobe beef. So how is he going to be the second coming of anybody?
He thinks he is.
First of all,
he's not, but he thinks he is.
The organization itself has already been the bigger person. They've already been the bigger person. They've already sent fucking ambassadors and everything to try to get him to come back and hey man, come play for us. And he comes to practice and acts like a gigantic practice. You talk about practice?
Practice?
Gigantic bitch. He has been a bitch about the whole situation. Now he's throwing a hissy fit and a tantrum. I like when my kids do that, I whoop their ass.
Okay. You whoop their
get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. You gain nothing, you lose nothing. Get rid of him. Why hold on to him? Like there's no benefit whatsoever for him or the organization whatsoever. He can't go to Golden State because they already have a player like him who's a better shooter, aka Draymond Green.
Stays and rides the pine, right, Chris? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if the Sixers are going to do that.
Why? When you're going to have all this animosity because you got a guy who's supposed to be going to start five.
Adrian, it is in the Sixers' best interest to get that kid on the court because he can. Right now, his trade value is at a rock bottom.
Yeah, and you think him playing is going to increase his trade value with this entire circus that he has around him.
Better than sitting down and doing nothing.
Nah. So instead of a bag of popcorn, you're gonna get a combo meal. Yeah, you're right.
I'll take it. Anyway, I think it's hilarious. I really do. He is ruining his own career, and it's funny as hell. Let's bring Anthony. Anthony's here. We're going to talk some baseball soon. Hi, Anthony.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
So, Chris let us know that the Braves are ahead. They're ahead 2-0 over the Dodgers, and they're ahead in this game tonight.
Yeah, can't believe that.
Yeah, what the hell's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Giants got robbed.
All right, he's saying the Giants got robbed. Will you tell him that's not true?
What do you mean? The Giants got
Giants
robbed.
got robbed.
He's saying the Giants got robbed because of that check swing call.
Giants got robbed.
Balled strike 3 last game.
No, that was not a good call.
Thank you. Giants got robbed.
Okay, but you can't call the whole series on one call.
No, you can't.
If the Giants were any better, they would have won other games, Adrian.
Yeah, they got robbed.
Okay. For what it's worth.
They got robbed.
Oh my God.
ROYB, robbed.
All right. Wow. All right, so we're gonna get into some predictions here for the NFL, and we'll because we're gonna talk baseball a lot more than so we're just gonna get the picks out of the way. The standings and the picks that we picked for this show, we've done 6 weeks, 4 games each. That's 24. I'm dead at 12-12. AJ improved to 13-11.
I did good last week.
Yes, you were 3-1. I'm sorry, you were 2-2. Adrian was
a lot worse.
Adrian was 4-0, so he's tied now with Phil at 17-7. Phil went 3-1, so 17-7. So 17 games out of 24, Adrian. That's fucking pretty cool.
I mean,
and you've picked 8 straight.
I mean,
but see, this time, this week, I dropped the ball. This week, I dropped the ball at letting you guys know what games we were picking, and that's on me. And I'm sorry about that. But we'll get in. We'll get into. Let's pick. I just picked these at random. I thought they were interesting because I didn't want ones that were obviously lopsided, where like it was, whoever's playing the Lions and so forth and so forth. So or the Falcons or whatever. So I'm going to go with the Thursday night game, the Browns and the Broncos. Now, the Browns, as you guys know, are beat the fuck up right now.
Yeah, and right now.
But the Broncos have not. But the Broncos have not really looked good lately.
No,
so,
and if you like this game for the Broncos, they are plus money right now.
Mm-hmm.
They are,
which is insane because
So-
Baker might not even play.
Right. So who wins this game?
I'm going with the Broncos because of all the injuries. They don't know who their quarterback's going to be. They have no running backs.
And Phil's watching us. Phil's watching us at work. Phil, send me your picks. All 4 of the picks as we go through them. And Harry, I know Harry's going to meet us a little bit later, so we'll get his picks too.
Who gives a shit about him?
Chris says the Browns. Keenan is a good backup.
Yeah.
He's Keenan.
Who's he throwing the ball to? Who's he handing the ball off to?
Well, you say that right. No Chubb.
No Hunt.
Right. No Hunt. Chubb and Hunt both out.
No Baker.
Yeah.
all you got is Odell.
And then you got a guy that's in love with the field goal post.
Yeah.
Or by the kicking net. I'm sorry.
All right. So, Adrian, who do you got? Browns and Broncos.
I mean, it's a shit show battle. So my gut is telling me to go with the Broncos just because they have a more complete team. Doesn't mean that it's going to be like a blowout, but that defense is still pretty good. They're not really hurting that bad on defense, but they're giving up a shit ton of points. So
yeah, I'm going with the home team. Chris has updated us. The Braves are up 5-2 right now in Game 3 of the NLCS. So wow. All right. So yeah, we're going to talk about that and the American League Championship in a minute. So the next game I got up here is the Eagles and Raiders. because the past couple weeks I've stayed away from the Eagles on purpose because they suck. But this game's interesting to me because the Raiders, without John Gruden, last week they look fine to me. That's like, who needs John Gruden? They look fine to me. But how do you feel about it? Huh?
I think personally that this is going to be a pretty close game. It's going to be interesting.
In Vegas.
And I think now this the Raiders have a new fire up on them because they want to get rid of the stench of John Gruden and all that shit that's happened. So that's why they came out with the last game they played. They made a statement game.
Yeah, what they sort of 30-some points or so.
Yeah, 36 points. So.
And it wasn't like a terrible team they faced.
No, it wasn't. A pretty decent team. So I go with the home team on this one as well.
Raiders, says Chris Vant. So you're going with the Raiders? Okay. AJ?
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders.
Okay. And so am I.
Well, I feel like we're playing follow the leader here. So
you want me to go? I'll go first on the next one.
No, okay.
Jets at the Patriots, which is always an interesting game, especially because it's not like the Tom Brady Patriots. But Mac Jones last week showed you he can fucking go. And this game is funny. Every time I watch this a lot. When the Jets play the Patriots, my wife always gets excited, wants to watch the game because she hates the Patriots. She just wants to see the Jets beat them, even if the Jets suck and have 1 or 2 wins the entire season. If one of those wins is against the Patriots, she's on cloud fucking 9. But I'm telling you this week, after what I saw last week, that this game's a joke. The fucking Patriots are going to win this game. But that's me. How do you feel about it, Anthony?
Well, did you see what Bill Belichick did to Zach Wilson last time?
Yeah.
He's going to do it again.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll take the Patriots. I mean, Mac Jones looks good. He's getting better. Each week he looks better and better. So, the more they open that playbook, the more.
Jets suck. What's up, Big Joe? My dad says the Patriots will win. Becca Ann says the Pats are definitely going to win.
Let me tell you something.
Joe said the Raiders. Go ahead, Derek. Go ahead. Tell us something. Go ahead.
It's going to be JETS to lose. Take it, Patriots.
Oh, okay.
God, I was hoping you were taking the Jets.
I did too.
You trying to catch up?
All right, we haven't disagreed about anything. I got one more because we do 4 every week. And this one, I don't know. This one I did this one for Phil. It sucks that Cousin Phil isn't here right now. But Saints at the Seahawks. Woo. I know Russell Wilson. What's the timeline on him, Anthony? Have you heard anything?
No, he's like what? He went on the IR, so he's at least got 2 more weeks. And it's probably gonna be a little longer than that.
Jets after the bye weeks. Leave my Jets alone. We're still better than the Giants. I'd actually like to see that game, please.
Oh, those are fight games.
You're gonna brag about being better than a 1-5 team.
Yeah, honestly,
will you get to pick higher than you?
Honestly, I think if the Jets and the Giants played, I think the Giants win. That's my opinion.
I think that they haven't played their potential at all. I mean,
Big Joe says Jets. I'll take them. Go Bills. How'd that work out for you there, Butterfly? How'd that Tennessee game go for you? Just saying.
How do you go?
You guys see that game? That game was awesome.
Go for it on 4th and 1.
Yeah. How do you not kick the field goal?
You got cocky.
I mean, Sean McDermott. You can call it gutsy.
How much of that game did you watch? Did you watch all of it?
I watched the whole thing.
I watched all of it.
Okay,
it was a great game.
So there was a few QB sneaks that game.
Yeah.
And did you notice anytime he went to the left side on the QB sneaks, he got nothing?
Yeah, he stopped.
And they tried it again.
He stopped.
Right.
He would go and go, oh shit. And then
it was like the line was going to the fading to the right, and he was trying to come in behind him. But those 3 linebackers were always dropping down in that empty zone, and he would just meet them.
Can the Eagles take a page out of giving the ball to fucking Henry and give it to Sanders? Because the first 4 or 5 carries that Henry had the ball, he only carried it for 2 yards. Did they abandon the run?
Did you just compare Miles Sanders to Derrick
No,
Henry?
I didn't compare
did.
them. You didn't hear what I
You did.
said. I
You
said, can the Eagles take a page out of giving the ball to Henry
Yeah,
and
but you
give
ain't
the
gonna get
ball
the
to
same. You ain't
Sanders?
getting the same results.
Oh, by the way, Miles Sanders has more 75-plus yard runs than Henry does. Look that up. Saints at Seahawks. All right, who do you got?
Because Derrick Henry's not a long runner. He's gonna pound it down your fucking throat 5 yards.
Adrian, why aren't you wearing the shirt still covered in whipped cream?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Jesus, do we want to know what that means?
Bart,
you're
crazy.
All right, AJ, who do you got? Saints or Seahawks?
Oh man, I don't even know.
Adrian,
Search your feelings, Anthony.
Give me the Saints.
he's taking the Saints. Okay. Adrian. No, wait. I'll go before you. I'm gonna take the Seahawks at home. Just cause.
Why?
I just said just cause. I don't have.
You don't have a reason.
My
So
dad
you're-
says the Seahawks win in overtime, so I'm gonna trust him.
Is Michael Thomas back?
I haven't heard that.
He might be.
Adrian, Saints or Seahawks?
He practiced.
Let me see.
Practice?
So, practice? Come on, practice?
If Michael Thomas is back, then the Saints will win, I guess. But I'm taking the Seahawks anyway.
No, he's still got multiple weeks.
There you go.
So the way I'm looking at it is you got a 31-year-old Geno Smith who crashes under pressure.
What?
He cost me a lot of money.
He's got no pressure.
Cost me a lot of money.
You
He had
cost
no
him a lot
pressure.
of money.
Ask TJ Watt how he feels about pressure.
No, Geno Smith
Is
cost me a lot of money.
Because TJ Watt rode him like a backpack Sunday.
That's great, but I still need your pick.
I'm going Saints.
Okay, fine.
Who that?
Here's where I gain ground on your candy ass.
That's
All right.
okay.
All right. So
if I
fall
go
further and
if
further
I go
behind, one or
4-0
the other.
again for 3 straight weeks,
He either makes up ground or keeps falling behind one or the other.
you shall
Whatever.
bow to the king once again.
you got Adams, who thinks he's the best player in the NFL.
I'm the best in the nation.
He is. All right. So we're gonna talk some MLB.
Little Al's new daddy. Yo,
What? What happened?
I just saw his name pop up.
Little Al's new daddy. Yeah.
Yo,
Just wait till week 8, pal. All right. Why on earth would you bet on Smith, AJ? He didn't.
I wasn't betting on Smith. What happened was I placed a five-tier bet. So I had first touchdown with Najee Harris, which happened. I had Najee Harris running for over 75 yards, which he ended with 77. I had Alex Collins scoring a touchdown, which happened. And then I had the over 43.5. And I had DK Metcalf over 59.5 yards, and he had 58. Now, Geno Smith doesn't fumble, and he steps up in the pocket like he should have. DK Metcalf is about to go to his right, so he'd been wide open. I would have got my yards, maybe a touchdown to cover the over. I would have made a lot of money.
can I say something?
How much money are we talking?
DK Metcalf
Over 300.
would have had that 1 yard had he not fumbled the ball.
He's a fucking jackass. It wouldn't have mattered, though, because he fumbles, they kick the field goal, I lose that by the half anyways. But it pissed me off.
I'm sorry, Anthony, but when you gamble, you're bound to lose once in a while.
It's all right.
Playoff updates.
I can't afford to gamble, so
My life is a gamble
And why is that?
because I gamble every time I take my drawers off.
Oh my God. I don't
Or
want to
anytime
hear
he farts.
I don't want to hear
Exactly.
about it.
That's
All right,
a
so
gamble.
the last score we saw, and it is this current score right now. Braves lead the Dodgers in Game 3, 5-2 in the bottom of the fifth or top of the sixth, rather, and they're up 2-0. I mean, is it all over for the Dodgers? Can they come back from this?
Pump the brakes.
Pump
They're
the brakes.
They're the Dodgers.
Okay.
They are
You
the reigning champions.
Do you think
So
they
they are the
stretch it to
champions until they
6
are
or
gone.
7 games?
And they're gonna be
Huh?
raining
Yeah, but
their
this
ass
is
in to go
different.
home.
This seems to be a different Braves team, though, like a more hungry Braves team than I'm.
Kind of like
used
the
to
Red
seeing.
Sox.
Yeah, but in the National League, it's the Red Sox had to take out the Yankees, had to take out Tampa Bay, and now they're with what's the
I think
name?
the bigger news is the Yankees re-sign Aaron Boone. What the fuck?
I mean, right. Oh, that's a whole nother subject. Let's not get you fired up. All right, so. But the Astros, Boston leads that series 2-1, and game
What is the highest bridge around here?
is tonight.
You want to go jump off of it?
Stop. Dodgers go down 3-0. It's over, says Chris.
Stop.
Bye, Mookie.
It's not over till it's over.
Bye,
No, it's
Mookie.
over.
You're going to say bye, Mookie? Is it over there, Adrian? AJ says no, and I agree with him. Is it over?
It's over. It's over. It's about to be 3-0. Like,
If it's 3-0, what if the Dodgers come back and win that game?
they still going down.
They still got 3 innings. They got 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning.
Okay.
Who pitches?
I don't trust the Braves bullpen versus the Dodgers bullpen.
Okay.
All right. So Astros, Red Sox. I mean, are you impressed with the big win from the Red Sox? I know Anthony is, and he hates the Red Sox.
They're probably cheating.
I am thoroughly impressed with the run they've been on. That is
Did you
just
say that they're cheating? The Astros are the ones that cheat, or don't they?
No, Alex Cora. He's the cheater.
Oh,
You know who else got
He's
cheated?
the coach.
who?
The Giants.
They got cheated.
The San Francisco Giant. But you got to be specific, because when you say Giants, his ears poke up like a fucking Great Dane.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
He'll come
You
running.
said Giant.
He'll come running.
San Francisco. San Francisco
All
got
right,
cheated.
San Francisco Giants got robbed. Chris, I want to know, Chris Fant, do you agree that the San Francisco Giants got robbed on that one fucking pitch? Strike 3.
I mean, that was not what did them in. It was they just played. They scored one
played
run.
dumb.
They scored 1 run.
It's right, exactly.
Mike
I don't want to
McCarthy
hear
must
this.
have been-
I don't want to hear
Coconut.
this. I don't want to hear this. I lost Avery and shit. They lost.
They did because Mike McCarthy all of a sudden started coaching them.
And what's his name? Who's got it struck out? He was 0 for 11 against Scherzer, so it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
There you go. Right, bringing Scherzer in as like a closer, kind of just to shut the door, to me was brilliant.
You know what? I want to see the Dodgers lose now. You know what? I want to see the Braves win.
Why?
The reason why? Because
Atlanta needs something to cheer
the
for.
Dodgers.
Because
have
your
rubbed me
buddy
wrong.
Harry.
They're
Because your
trying to
buddy
beat the
Harry will be
Yankees.
happy.
No, fuck Harry. I hope they lose in the World Series. That'll rip his heart out even more.
They make it
So
all
you're
the way
saying
to the
he'd
end.
rather
Like,
see them. No, trust me, we won't be able to hear the end of it if they're the National League champions. That's just as good as win the
If
World
you
Series.
lose in the World Series, that hurts. No, that hurts worse.
I get it. Tell me this: would you rather have the Giants lose the NFC championship game or win it and lose the Super Bowl?
I'd rather a first-round draft pick.
I get it.
One overall.
I'm just saying.
Than to
I'm just
lose
saying.
No,
I'm just
I'd rather
saying.
them-
Say they were undefeated this year and they go to the Super Bowl and they lose the Super Bowl. Would you
No.
rather have that?
I'd probably find that bridge I've been looking for.
Okay. There was a check, but no matter. Doesn't matter.
I was in 8th grade when the Giants lost to the Ravens, and I had a party, and I remember making everybody leave early.
that sounds about right.
It hurt that bad. It was time. It was time to go. That hurt.
My gosh. All right, so you're basically, you guys seem to be leaning towards the Braves versus the Red Sox in the World Series.
No,
That'll be interesting.
no, we're not.
That'll be
Who's leaning
Not?
towards that?
No.
That'll be interesting.
Give me the Astros.
Okay. Well, game 4 is tonight at 8
I'm sure Altuve is going to be mic'd up.
in Boston.
Mhm.
Have his little buzzer on, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
Boston can wrap this up right now. If Boston wins tonight, and then tomorrow night is game 5 in Boston, it could be over right there.
Good be.
I'd be shocked. Would you be shocked if the Braves swept the Dodgers?
Absolutely.
If the Braves win and Boston wins, I will be rooting for the Braves.
I will be too. I agree with that.
I'm glad you came to your senses on that one, because if you hate Harry enough to root for the Red Sox, I would be.
Oh no.
It's not that I hate Harry. I just love misery.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, it's me. As a Phillies fan, I'm supposed to hate the Braves. So it's kind of like me rooting for the Braves in the World Series is like Anthony rooting for the Red Sox.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would rather have.
It's like
I'd rather have the
rooting for
Dodgers versus
Eagles against the Patriots. There's no way I would ever root for the Eagles. So I'd rather see Tom Brady with 10 rings.
Well, he was in 10. He's 7-3, thanks to the Giants and the Eagles. There you go. If it's Red Sox Braves and someone bet this in the beginning of the season, they would make some bank.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I don't know about I don't know.
Is
The
Chris
Braves
saying that he
odds-
bet on that in the beginning of the season?
No, the Braves odds I bet were not horrible. I bet the Red Sox had better odds. I mean, worse odds than the Braves.
Right.
I mean, what they lost though is impressive.
Right.
But cousin Phil brought it up. Acuna is supposed to be a top 3 player, and they're winning without him.
So the NFL trade deadline's coming up. Anthony, do you see anybody moving before the deadline?
No, NFL's not like MLB. They don't swap.
They don't
too
wait
much
last
shit.
minute.
No, Marlon Mack. I keep hearing about him getting traded. That'd be nice to see.
I was happy for Ertz because he went from 2-4 to 6-0 overnight. So I hope he helps them however he can help them. I don't know, but I was happy for Ertz. I'm sad to see him go, but
right?
it was time. And
Hopefully, it breaks a leg.
yeah,
He got traded to the Cardinals, right?
knock it off. See, why do you wish harm on people? Like, I don't say I wish Danny Dimes breaks his fucking leg.
He keeps
Now
playing
you
the way he plays like he did last week. I hope he does.
Trade Barkley. Giants need help. Should they trade Saquon Barkley?
I said this a long time ago.
Is he rotting in top
did.
of
I did, and then some guy told me I was fucking insane. So I'm still
what the
insane.
real
I think
question
if you can get something for Barkley, you trade him.
Is Adrian ready to jump on the bandwagon of his own team who are 5-1?
No.
I'm ready to get off. I'm ready to get off that bandwagon.
No.
You weren't even on it. You never were.
Yes, I was. Go back and look. I was saying they're the best team in the NFC East and whatnot.
It's kind of hard not to be the best team in the NFC East.
Yeah, but
this
I
year.
thought maybe they could be like the NFC team, but I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, all right, AJ.
I did say they would beat the Tampa Bay again. And I still believe that.
name me 3 teams better than the Cowboys in the NFC.
Cardinals, Rams, Bucks.
Maybe Cardinals, maybe Rams. I don't think
Cardinals, Rams, and Bucks. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean it depends on which Rams team shows up. I don't think Tampa Bay's better. I don't think Tampa Bay's better than Dallas now.
Because to me, if you can name 3 teams better than that team, if they're at best the 4th best team in the NFC, they're not going to Super Bowl because one of those other 3 teams you just mentioned.
I would say they're
probably are.
third best.
So you would go.
And that's even question. I mean that.
So you would go what?
You'd have them over the
Cardinals.
You'd have them over the Bucks, even though they lost to them.
My top NFC team would still be the Rams.
Okay.
Even though they lost heads up, straight up to the Cardinals, I still think they're a better team.
That's kind of hard to say. They are. They are.
All right. Who's the best team in the AFC now that Buffalo lost to Tennessee?
Still Buffalo.
It's still Buffalo. You still think Buffalo's better than Tennessee? Because I know what you mean by that. Because if those teams played each other 5 times, I think Buffalo would. I think,
yeah, they're better than Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee was 1-4, right?
They were 3-2.
Chris says Cardinals, Rams, Packers, Cowboys. Cardinals, Rams. He's saying Cardinals, Rams, Packers, Cowboys. And we didn't even mention the Packers in that group.
Depends on what Packers team.
Yeah, I mean,
Dad says maybe the top worst trade in Eagle history since getting rid of Sonny Jurgensen in the 60s. What? Getting rid of Ertz, Dad? Come on. Zach Ertz is not the guy from 2017 anymore. They're lucky. They're lucky they got what they got for him. They got a corner and a pick.
Who did they get?
They got a cornerback from the Cardinals. I forget his name. And a 6th-round draft pick.
So they got Gatorade and a 6th-round pick.
Pretty much.
That's better than nothing.
I mean,
worst trade in Eagles history. Stop with that. Worst trade in history.
Them not resigning.
All right, do you guys know who you guys? Huh?
Not giving T.O. his money is probably the worst thing, right?
So we know from Anthony's namesake down there that he beat my son in fan. I mean, not only did he beat him, he whooped his ass.
I didn't beat him. That shouldn't be done to people.
Thanks to my boy Josh Allen, even though it was a loss, my team beat my wife's team. And Adrian, you beat.
I slayed the Giant.
You slayed the JJ's Metro Stars or whatever.
I slayed the Giant.
Oh, he lost 2 in a row now.
2 in a row now.
Yeah.
AJ's the only 1-loss team in the league yet left.
You're welcome.
I'm 4-2. I'm 4-2. Tennessee is snake bit in the playoffs. That's correct, Dad. Usually, yes. So I'm not.
Acquired Christian McCaffrey for my team. It's big news.
How did you do that? What was the trade for that? I want to know what that was. What was the trade?
I got Christian McCaffrey.
They got nobody. Who's got nobody? Tennessee? Knock it off. You ever hear of Derrick Henry? All right, what? Go ahead. Hey, my dad's pissing me off.
AJ Brown. Julio Jones.
I gave up Amari Cooper, Joe Mixon, and who's another wide receiver.
You traded 3 players for Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
What's his timeline?
I just need him for the playoffs.
I'm smart.
I don't need him now. I got a lineup that fills out just fine.
All right.
What else did I give up?
So, do you guys know who you play next week?
Cortland Sutton.
You gave up Cortland Sutton? Cortland Sutton's been silently playing pretty good. He's been gaining a lot of points in fantasy.
Yeah. The good part was it looks good right now because all 3 had good weeks this week. So,
still believe in the Titans. They're getting healthy now. Yeah, but my dad is right. They usually fade away in the playoffs.
How many touchdowns did they throw last night?
Oh, talking about Ertz.
How many touchdowns did Tannehill throw last night?
2, 3?
No. Try again.
How many? I don't know.
0.
He threw 0?
Yeah, it was all Henry.
So you shut down Henry. You shut down Tennessee. He has AJ Brown and Julio Jones, and he threw no touchdowns.
He doesn't have enough time to throw the ball. And when he does, he's checking it.
Just say, I don't believe in that team just yet.
He's throwing check down passes to AJ Brown, who's running button hook routes or shallow slants.
Yeah, but you got to admit though, when they needed to make a stop against Buffalo, they made the stops when they at the most crucial moments. And I think Vrabel's a good coach.
I think if the dude would got his head out of his ass and actually thought about what he was doing instead of just randomly calling plays,
Field goal.
Yeah, they would have won that game.
I don't get it. Somebody explain that to me because I don't get it.
You go for the win. That's what everybody says. Well, you got to go for the win. It's 4th and 1 on the 1.
What is Buffalo?
My internet is all. I'm having all kinds of internet problems, guys.
They're the best at throwing the ball right now. So why are you running it on 4th and 1?
Exactly. Cole Beasley, little hitch route.
You can't cover all those guys. You can't cover them all.
No. Manuel Sanders. Trayvon Diggs.
Stephon.
No, Stephon Diggs.
And Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley is one of the top 3 slot receivers in the NFL.
I don't
top
get
3.
anything. Typical female answer.
Like it makes
I don't know. I think we cut out. Like we're cutting in and out because of my internet problems here.
Oh, she gets it. She gets it. She gets it. Bills Mafia. She gets it. She
probably How many tables has she been through? That's what I want to know.
Huh? How many tables?
How many tables? Did you see that kid get baptized at the Bills game? They put him through a table.
Yeah,
as a baby. That was awesome.
That was awesome. Sadness, man.
I see how he's moving if he doesn't think he's here.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. He can't hear us.
Now he's probably. What's he doing? What's going on? Can you see me? Papa don't preach.
Teresa turned off his internet because he beat her this week.
You gonna beat me, motherfucker? I got you.
You want to talk about fantasy? Here you go. Talk about fantasy and taking the internet out.
Internet cord, motherfucker.
It's like a bad Blair Witch Project movie going on up there.
I want you to get close to the camera and say, I see football picks.
Is he in the bathroom? Is this Harry 2.0?
Come on, Skip. What you doing, Skip?
I've never had this many freaking problems with the internet.
It's because you won this week. Your wife's not happy.
NBA starts tonight. Any predictions for the next champion?
Yes, the Brooklyn Nets.
There you go. I think I restored. All right, guys, I'm sorry for the internet problems. I decided to switch locations and plug it directly into the internet rather than use the Wi-Fi. I never had that problem before, but my son's here from Florida, and there's probably about 7 people on the fucking internet downstairs right now, so it's probably causing me the issues that I had. So I apologize.
Tell my little guy to get off.
I apologize to everyone. He's not here. He's working.
That's right. Sent that bitch to work.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know what the last thing you guys heard me say. We were talking about Tennessee. We were talking about Tennessee and Buffalo. And all that game really showed me is that, Tennessee could kind of hang with them. But I think Buffalo kind of beat themselves more then Tennessee won that game. I know that Henry had a great game, and he did. But Henry has
the first good game he's had against them too, though.
Right, and then he has good games against everybody. So it really, to me, it's not. I don't think it's an affection on. He's hard to stop, and just like you guys alluded,
they'll shut him down.
You guys alluded to like who the hell do you cover when you got Emmanuel Sanders and Beasley and all those wide receivers. So it's but yeah, I think Buffalo's still the team to beat in the AFC, and because Kansas City's not what they were, and Tennessee will be in the playoffs, but like my dad said, usually they get to the playoffs and then they lose. As far as Chris's question about the NBA title, like AJ said the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, I gotta lean towards the defending champs until Giannis gets dethroned in the East, because I don't know what's going to happen with the Nets. I don't know what's going to happen with the Sixers.
Or the Lakers.
Or that's the West. The West is a whole nother mess. But I'm saying in the East, I don't see anybody stopping Milwaukee unless
Brooklyn has the same problem Philly has.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I think what problem?
Ben Simmons won't shoot. Kylie won't take a shot. Same thing.
Right.
Exactly.
That's funny. I get it. Boom.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah. Chris Vant, who wins the NBA title? You gonna be to go jump on the Lakers because they keep adding people just to get back in the mix before LeBron gets too old?
How old are they now?
That team is sponsored by AARP, by the way.
I don't know. It's annoying.
They got a combined average age of 70.
Dad says Brooklyn has to stay healthy. They don't have the best bench. Yes.
Yeah. When the Lakers go on the road, do they stay in a nursing home or in a hotel?
They do. They're sponsored by Inshore Independence.
You guys are a whole lot of funny. I tell you that.
I mean, that team's a whole lot of funny.
Yeah. I feel really bad about the internet problems I was having because we had 10 people watching at the same time. We now have 2.
Yo, they just signed Shaq, right?
Do you think that they cut his brow and that's what LeBron's wig's made of?
Yeah, pretty much.
Lakers, yes. Ask the old Bulls team. All guys over 34 win a title.
Yeah, they had Michael Jordan.
Right. Yeah, but no, you're going to start the argument.
Totally different beast. He's a totally different beast.
I know. You're going to start the argument about LeBron versus Michael.
He's a different beast. He doesn't take losing.
Trust me, I'm with you on that.
LeBron, he's a known loser.
Right.
LaFlop James.
Well, we're gonna get out of here with one more thing. I got. Well, first and foremost, guys, you see that thing scrolling along the back of your screen? Adrian and I are with you on Friday. Real Talk with Adrian and Al, and we're going to be there Friday at 8 o'clock. We're going to have 3 different movies, 3 Tales of Dracula. We're going to have the 1931 original, Dracula with Bela Lugosi and all that. We're going to have
how many times do you have to watch that movie to get through it?
Which one?
Which one?
The 1931. Do you fall asleep 10 times and then have to restart where you left off?
No, but I'm going to rewatch it again in the next couple of days. I have to know what I'm talking about.
I watched it when I was the first time I saw it, I was about 8. And I was just like,
did you go to the movies? Your guys are about that age, right?
Shut up. Yeah. Dude, you're not too far behind. Shut up.
It came out, so I figured I would go and see it.
I will slap you silly.
It just came out.
Do you guys know who you guys play in fantasy this week?
No.
I play your wife.
Yeah, that's a win.
Why? She has a chance to beat me. I have nobody playing this week.
All right, stop. All right, Adrian, I know that
I have nobody playing.
I know that I play JJ. So I'm going for my 3rd win in a row.
Is Teresa?
I'm sorry. No, I'm 4-2. I started 0-2. I'm 4-2, so I'm going for my 5th win in a row.
Ooh, nice. I have the Finagle because half my team
until week 8. You keep winning to week 8.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
When the playoffs start?
Week
15.
15, yeah.
Oh, wow. So we play all season.
Yeah.
Yeah, you play till week 14, and then 15 and 16 is like
round 1.
Round 1, and then 17 and 18 is round 2, you know.
I'm just trying to make playoffs.
Oh, you'll make the playoffs.
Teresa might beat me this week.
You know what I think? You know what I think? I think it's going to be the 3 guys in this room and JJ are the 4 teams that make the playoffs.
Wow, you're going to cut Cousin Phil out like that.
Yep. Because he's inconsistent. He's 3-3. One week he looks like a god, and the next week he doesn't. And that's what I'm saying. He's going to end up being like kind of 500. And what else was I going to say? And JJ's team's pretty solid. AJ's obviously solid. Adrian's is coming, getting better and better.
Cousin Phil has the second most points in this league.
That's fine.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't equal. He's 3-3. It doesn't equal wins.
How I do that and put that
It eventually does.
It's the best way I can picture that and see it happen.
Yo, he's doing Cousin Phil right now. Do you see that?
Wow. I hope Cousin Phil's watching.
Do that again. Do that again.
Oh, I believe the way I'm gonna do that. Picture that. See, I got the best team.
We need Cousin Phil and Adrian in a wrestling match.
Holy shit. That was terrible. That was so terrible.
Man. I can't let Cousin. I gotta check on Cousin Phil. See?
Yeah, check on him. All right, check his vitals. In the meantime, we're gonna wrap shit up. You guys ain't got any last minute things?
I still don't believe.
You still don't believe in the Cowboys?
I still don't believe.
You're the worst fan ever. I swear to God.
No, I'm the best fan because
they're 5-1. Unless Dak breaks his leg.
Against
that would be nice.
Unless Dak breaks his leg, you're going to win, not only win the division, but at least get into the second round of the playoffs. I'll even go as far as to say they might make the NFC Championship game, but lose it.
Without Dax?
No, if everybody stays healthy.
I think Red Rocket's gone, right?
I think Dallas loses the NFC Championship game to either the Rams or the Cardinals.
They'd be one good team. And almost
lost.
It's
not their fault what their schedule is, but they find ways to win.
They almost lost to the Patriots.
I understand your concerns with their defense. I get it. And that's what's going to cost them in the playoffs. Exactly. But you got to remember, they play 6 games against the NFC East. They might win all 6.
You know what? You know what made me really happy was everybody was jumping all over Diggs. Give him circle jerks everywhere, and he gets burnt the very next play.
That wasn't him getting burnt. He
was him getting burnt.
He left KZ to get that move. Get that. He let him go by.
You got to admit, AJ. You got to admit, 7.
Listen, when you're jumping other people's routes and you're making interception, everybody's praising you. He got burnt. That's his guy.
If you put it like that, yeah. But he let KZ get him, and then you saw after the play, he looked at KZ like, "What the fuck were you doing?"
He tied Rod Woodson for the fastest to 7 picks in a season.
He did. And he's got how many pick sixes?
I'm going to put this. 4? 3? 2? Do the Giants beat Sam Darnold's Panthers?
No.
I like how Chris threw Sam Darnold in there, too, because, he misses him.
Awesome. The Jet fans love Sam Darnold again.
Oh, my God. Why did we get rid of him?
Sammy, come back to us.
Sam.
7 picks. I know he has 7 picks. He said how many pick sixes does he have? All right. Red Sox and Astros tonight. Who do you got?
I'm going Astros.
Yeah.
Who's
I'm
pitching?
taking the Sox.
Who's the pitching matchup? Let me see.
I don't know. Chris will know.
Oh, Greinke? Give me Houston.
You see, if you take the Sox, then that's where I'm going. I'm taking the Sox.
I'm out of here, man. I'm done. We'll see. Adrian and I will see you guys Friday at 8 o'clock. Dracula.
Make sure you watch what we're gonna put up there for y'all because it's gonna be fantastic.
I see you shiver with anticipation.